You see this? It's your NFL Extra in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Ed Bouchette, Ron Cook. Martavius Bryant caught himself a touchdown pass. Ladies and gentlemen, a long time coming, but congratulations to the Steelers on a very special day paying tribute to Mr. Daniel Milton Rooney. Your observations, Eric Hagman.
The Steelers won. It wasn't the greatest game in the world. They benefited from playing a backup quarterback, but they did what they had to. They took advantage of whatever Minnesota wanted to give them, starting with the backup quarterback.
Yeah, Casey Keenum had a rough day, and one of the reasons the defensive line, even though Stephon Tuitt was out, Cam Hayward played big, had 6 tackles in the first half.
He's playing really good football, Rob. Playing with a real edge. I think he missed being in there most of last season. He's come back with a vengeance.
We're going to do much more on the Panthers throughout the week when I'm not here, so be looking for it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be, of course, different locations, and we're going to be talking a lot about the Panthers. Jim Equals of the Beaver County Times tomorrow night, and then Wednesday, Greg Dale is part of the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday show. They took on one of the most explosive offenses in the country, Mason Rudolph, 5 touchdown passes for Oklahoma State University. This week, ACC play begins for Pitt, and they're taking on one of the most prolific rushing teams in Georgia Tech in the nation.
Yeah, that's what Pat Narduzzi said today is their real challenge defensively. You know, they've gone from playing an NFL prospect quarterback, throwing the ball in Rudolph, to this vaunted triple option that Georgia Tech runs probably as well, if not better than any team in the country. You know, you mentioned Rudolph, second best quarterback to play at Heinz Field this weekend, behind Roethlisberger.
He's incredible.
He's better than Keenum.
All right, now I want to talk about that other team in the state. They beat Georgia State. Penn State keeps rolling along.
Now they've got a Big Ten game coming up at Iowa on Saturday. That's going to be the test. That'll be a good test. They blew out the Hawkeyes last year, so there's going to be revenge on the mind, but they're playing awfully well too.
Trace McSorley went 85 yards to Barkley. That's the longest ever touchdown pass at Beaver Stadium. I don't know why they say this guy can't play on Sunday. Fundamentally, he's pretty sound.
You're talking about McSorley?
Yeah.
Drew Brees is his idol. And, you know, they're about the same height. I don't think he's got the arm that Drew Brees does, but he's smart and he can make things happen. I'll be interested to see if he does get a crack at the NFL.
All right, Pirates, Brewers tonight. Brewers 4 behind the Cubs. PNC Park a little after 7, 93.7 The Fan.
Clint Hurdle said that Francisco Cervelli's season is over. They're not even going to try to get him into the lineup over the last 2 weeks, been bothered by that quad muscle injury. Tyler Glasnow will pitch an inning in relief of Stephen Brault on Wednesday, and they're hoping to get him one more start before the season is over.
Lastly, but very important in the mind of yours truly, fan of both of them, MSN Sports Network and, of course, Trib Total Media. Well, we hear today that, in details just coming in, that Trib Total Media has just bought MSN Sports. Huh?
So you're going to get a lot of high school football, basketball, all this is going to keep going. I know a lot of the guys that work there, and you know, they've been on pins and needles, so I think it's a good thing.
Friday Night Lights shining bright for those 2 entities. That's good news. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the Allegheny Health Network program, Medical Frontiers, coming up tonight on KDKA.